back to our leading story where late Bafana Bafana coach is being laid to rest. That's Clive Barker during a special provincial funeral in Durban. Benjamin Leshoro is following details of that story. And Benjamin, as he goes to his last resting place in this realm at least, what is that story about him being superstitious and giving Jomosona a goat? If what happened?
Yeah, good afternoon, Dudu, and to the viewers yet again. We have just come out of the auditorium at the convention center here, and before I go anywhere else, I see Dr. Khumalo is just next to me here, and I asked him earlier, Doc, embracing the mourners, obviously everyone is just sad with the passing of Coach Clive Barker. And I'm going to ask Doc to just spare a moment to speak to us on Newzroom Afrika. He's injured and he wouldn't have played for Coach Barker in this stage.
I know, it's easy. I would have taken this out.
You would have taken it all?
Look, this is one man I can take a bullet for.
And Doc, you played a starring role. The speakers inside spoke about how you were amazing in one particular game against Brazil. One speaker spoke about that, but in that AFCON 96 winning team, I was a kid, but the one name that I could remember that everyone was shouting around was that name of Dr. Khumalo. You helped make that team champions. You helped make Clive Barker himself a star.
You're talking about good memories. You know, Clive was not only a coach, he was actually a father figure to us and a friend. I remember when we were about to take on Tunisia. So it was in the morning, we were about to go to have our breakfast. So I was going down the stairs with Mark Williams, and Clive says, "You guys are late. Are you not going to have breakfast?" Now, the gentleman that I was walking with, that was Mark Williams, and he said to him, "No, I don't think I'll have breakfast, I'll have Tunisia." Only to find that who scored the 2 goals, it's him, Williams. Yeah. But having said that, this is an icon. This is an individual that told us 2 years before we could even win the AFCON and qualify for France. Now, those are the 2 tournaments that he wants to win or participate in.
And he went on to win the AFCON and qualify for the World Cup.
No, he did that. But I must say that probably on his behalf, let me clear some air. I know South Africans are very cross with him for taking me out or substituting me against Brazil. But we smoked a peace pipe with him. And he did say that he'll regret it. He will always regret it for the rest of his life. I just wanted to ask him now, you're gone now. What do I have to say to South Africans? Because every person, whenever I meet them, why did he take you out? I said, no, we spoke with the coach. We're okay. But I know very well that South Africans were upset. But what a gentleman, I must say. Yeah.
And Doc, before I let you go, he would have spoken to you lots of times before the game to take out whoever and just make sure you smoke 1 or 2 players to get the crowd going. Could you just give us one of those instances when he let you have that free role as a motivator?
The first one, it was against Germany, Johannesburg Stadium. As we arrived at the stadium, the Germans also arrived. And I remember vividly, Sizwe Mtaung, may he so rest in peace, he looked across the German bus and he saw Klinsmann, all of the German teams. He was like, yo, gents, ngathi Sizwe, what? I was siyabalanda labantu. Only to find out when I get into the dressing room, then Clive called me aside and he said to me, I saw these guys, they brought a whole German started team. I want you to do something for me. I said, Coach, what is it that I have to do? Except, like, we've got 11 players here. And he said, just get the ball and put it under the legs, and the crowd will support us. Then after that, go and dance. Yeah, no, the first touch, and I did. And it was a shibo. It was a shibo to Mula.
Dr. Khumalo, I'm going to let you go now. I see a lot of fans waiting to have their pictures taken with you. That's one of the 1996 AFCON winning players, Dr. Khumalo. There's a lot of those that are going around here. I'm just going to look through the maze to see who I can talk to. I'm going to talk to Lucas Khatebe. I'm eyeing Lucas Khatebe, but I'm going to start with one of the coaches that he would have inspired from this province of KwaZulu-Natal, Coach Mandla Ncikazi. Just quickly, Coach, you are one of the top coaches in the country right now. You're at Orlando Pirates at the moment. He would have inspired you, looking at him all of those years back. He started his career way back, 70s, 80s. You would have seen him and modeled your career after such coaches like Clive Barker.
There's so many lessons I learned from Clive, and I'm still using. There's one element in our performance factors that we neglect, the psychological factors. And Clive was very big on that. And the speaker inside this room says, we mustn't coach players, football players, but we must coach human beings and boys. One, Clive was very strong on that. When you hear what Dr. Khumalo is saying, giving responsibility to the players, showing them how much you trust them, understanding their environment, that is very big. And I've learned so much. It's a celebration and it's a tool that one must steal as a coach. Whether you have knowledge from school is not enough when you are coaching human beings. I just hope that it becomes a lesson to all of us that we must celebrate such people, not when they are dead, but we must celebrate while they are still alive. Let's respect the legends of the game and give them the role that they deserve in the society.
Coach, let me let you go. Thank you so much for your time, and condolences to you also as someone who would have followed Clive Barker. So, those are some of the mourners that came here to honor Coach Clive Barker. I saw Sandy Lezungu. I'll speak to them a little bit later. He's the president of AmaZulu. He's one of those that we have to get word from. But yes, they spoke well, and they're still celebrating his life even after the ceremony here at the Olive Convention Center in Durban.
Benjamin Leshoro, thank you very much.